For the longest time, I believed personality was something permanent. Once you figured out who you were, you stayed that way. But at 13, one unexpected change challenged everything I thought I knew about identity. It made me realize that the right people don't change who you are, they simply reveal who you've been all along. Good morning. My name is Mahi Suthar, and today I'd like to share an experience that completely reshaped my understanding of why we become who we are. I had spent my entire life growing up in Dubai. I know your imagination is probably running a little too fast, but underneath all those assumptions, my life was surprisingly ordinary. By the first year of high school, life felt almost perfect. I had an amazing group of friends, I was doing well at school, and for the first time, I was becoming more social. I found myself talking to classmates, seniors, juniors, almost everybody around me. For someone who had always considered herself quiet, it was a big deal. I was the type of person that replay a 10-second conversation ahead, as if it were a crucial evidence in some true crime documentary. However, at that moment, I felt like I'd reached the peak of confidence. But I was wrong. Just when everything finally felt right, life took an unexpected turn. My family faced a financial crisis. Within a matter of days, we packed our entire lives into suitcases and left for India. I convinced myself that it would only be temporary, believing we'd be back soon. But as weeks turned into months, I slowly realized I wasn't waiting for a flight back anymore. I was waiting for a life that no longer existed. I had been treating my life as an intermission when the second act had already begun. Now, starting school in India was harder than I'd imagined. I hardly spoke. I questioned everything I said. Coming from Dubai meant I had to deal with a lot of questions about it. At first, I didn't mind answering them. But after a while, every conversation circled back to the same topic. The questions started appearing so often, it felt like those YouTube ads that somehow still show up, no matter how many times you skip them. And the truth is, I wasn't avoiding those questions because they bothered me. I was avoiding them because every question reminded me of a place I missed more than I knew how to admit. At the same time, I kept watching my old friends post pictures together. Every birthday celebration, school event, simple moments that I felt like should have included me. Watching those moments unfold from a screen made me realize that I wasn't just missing memories, I was watching a life continue without me. For the longest time, I believed I was grieving a place. However, years later, I realized I was grieving the girl I had become there. That realization changed everything. Instead of waiting for my old life to come back, I decided to build a new one. Psychologists describe this through our need to belong. Human beings are wired for connection. When we feel accepted, we stop performing and start becoming. We stop caring about how we're being perceived and show people our true selves. Think about the funniest version of yourself. Chances are, that person doesn't show up around strangers. It shows up around people who make you feel comfortable enough. But when we feel like we don't belong, we begin editing ourselves. We overthink our words, hide parts of our personality, and become someone we're only pretending to be. Now, we do this because deep down, we want to feel accepted. Most of us don't act exactly the same in every room we walk into, and that's completely human. Different situations bring out different parts of us. Now, I'm not telling you any of those parts are fake. No, they're all you. They just appear in different environments. So, instead of repeatedly asking myself, what is wrong with me? I started asking a different question. Who am I when I feel completely free to be myself? So instead of waiting for that old social life to come back, I built I built a new one. I worked hard at school, rediscovered hobbies I'd left behind, and most importantly, I found people who accepted me exactly as I was. Now, it wasn't one big life changing moment. There wasn't a dramatic movie montage where everything suddenly became perfect. And instead of just drowning on the social life I could have had, I made the choice of being myself. That changed everything. Instead of me quickly forgetting who I was back there, I found a new version of myself. Today, I still miss Dubai and I probably always will. But I've come to realize that what I missed most wasn't just a city. It was the feeling of being myself. If I could go back and tell 13-year-old me one thing, it would be this. You haven't lost yourself, you're simply in a place that hasn't discovered you yet. Because maybe the person you're searching for isn't gone. Maybe it's just waiting for the right place and the right people that allow it to exist. Thank you.